Supercap here, back in another video, and this will be my first video that isn't football related because if you guys read the channel description, I'm not only a fan of football, but I love superheroes and stuff too. So here, I'm going to be ranking all 23 Marvel Cinematic Universe movies from worst to best. So 1 to 23, alright? 23 tiers. So starting it off with the worst movie, for me, it's Thor. I really found this one boring, not really interesting at all, barely any action, and I didn't like it. So then next up for 22 is Thor: The Dark World. Both are really bad movies, pretty bad movies, and they're both boring to me also. But Thor, I don't know, didn't really like, it wasn't important at all. It was bad, and Thor: The Dark World was not any better, barely better actually. But 21 is gonna be the Incredible Hulk. I don't even know if this is a MCU. It is an MCU movie, obviously, but obviously not Mark Ruffalo. It's just really different from all the other movies. It's made by Universal. It's not even from Marvel. But I'm gonna put it at 21. Had an awful villain. All these movies had awful villains. Thor didn't even really have a villain. I mean, you could say Loki, but but all these movies had bad villains. Abomination was not a good one. So 21 is where I'll put that. And now number 20. I could put Iron Man 2 here, which is where I might put it. If I could find, oh, there it is. But actually, I'm going to put Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I know some people like this movie a lot. I might have put it too low. But this movie, to me, I don't know. I just didn't really like it that much. It was weird. It just, the villain, his father. There was really sad moments between them, which was good about it. But I don't know. I might move it up a little more. But after that, I'm gonna put Captain Marvel at 19. This movie really had some good parts. I thought it was pretty good when I first saw it, but then rewatching it, it just, I don't know. I don't feel the same way. The villain is not that good in this. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 probably has. You know what? I'll move it up. Move Captain Marvel down. So there we go. Next, I'll put Iron Man 2. There it is. At 18. This movie had barely any action really for an action movie, and the action in it wasn't that good. But not only that, villain again was bad. I mean, there were two villains. Justin Hammer. Hammer was okay, but Ivan Vanko, I don't know. Wasn't Whiplash? He wasn't that good to me. Next up, I'm gonna put. Let's see here. A lot of movies. I'm gonna probably have to put Ant-Man at number 17. This movie was good. I like the heist. I like the heist at the end there. The villain, he was just really weird to me. Like, I don't know, he just wanted revenge really, and I don't know. And they could have used Hope, because she was like in on it. She was in with the yellow, I forgot his name, but Yellow Jacket. She was in with him. They were working together. So they could have used her more as a better role, but they didn't. So I'm gonna put that there. Then I'm gonna have, I'm gonna put Ant-Man and the Wasp right in front of it. I think it's a bit better. Ant-Man and the Wasp is a bit better than the first Ant-Man movie. But I really like Ghost as a villain, that's for sure. But whoever that other guy was, I forget his name, wasn't that good. With the white Cadillac. So next up, the 15th spot now. We got like almost half of the movie's done. Actually, not really. I don't know what I'm saying. But anyways, number 15 spot. There's a lot of movies that I really like here, but I only like some more. I don't want to put it there, but Doctor Strange I'm putting at 15. This was a good movie. It's just, and it was really good with the effects too, the CGI and stuff. That was great. But the villain is so bad that I don't even remember who it is. I don't even know his name. I know Dormammu, but the other guy, no idea who that is. Dormammu was okay. He was just at the end though, and but I really liked how they approached the ending fight differently, where they made him just loop around, and it showed all these cool ways of him dying. It was really cool how they did that. But I think all these other ones are better. So next, I'm gonna put Avengers: Age of Ultron. Sadly, the worst Avengers movie, even though it was okay for me, but it's the worst one. Ultron, I really think was good, and them introducing this was a very important movie. That's why I put it up. It's very important for the future of the MCU, for the Infinity Saga of the MCU. This is a really important movie, and yeah, it was good. So next up, I'm gonna have Captain America: The First Avenger up next at 13. Great origin story. Hate how they should have done a lot more with the war. They kind of just uh what's it called? Did a compilation of it. Like they should have really done more with that, but the origin story was great. Probably the best in the MCU. Either that or maybe Iron Man's origin story. I really liked Iron Man's. But this movie, Red Skull was good. Um, but yeah. And then Bucky's death really set up the next movie very well. So next up, actually for the first Avenger, I really wish Bucky like stuck to the end more. Like I think he died too early. He should have like fought with Cap, and then he should have died at the end. But that's just me. That I'm pretty sure that happens in the comics too, where they go to the end, where he makes it to the end. But next up is Iron Man 3. People might say that I rank this movie too high, but I think it's one of the most underrated MCU movies ever. Because this movie had an okay villain, great final battle, great action in this movie, good story, Tony, but the fake Mandarin I know people won't like, but I actually kind of liked it. Kind of fooled us all. So that's why I'm going to put it at 12. People will put it lower. I think it's one of the most underrated MCU movies, so I'll put it there. Now, this is tough. I don't know what to put next. I'm going to put Spider-Man Far From Home up next at 11. This movie was good, don't get me wrong, but all of these other ones were better. Mysterio was a great villain. I really enjoyed him in the movie as a villain, and it's kind of like the first MCU movie that really takes place in another country, and not another country, another continent. Like I know, like in Iron Man 2, they go to Morocco, but like this movie really like shows like it's based in Europe. Like they don't move places, they don't go back and forth from America to the USA to Europe and back and forth. They just stay there, and it's like a school field trip. I really like that. Next up is going to be Captain America: Civil War. This one was good, but it was the thing about it was I think some people wanted a Captain America movie, some people wanted an Avengers movie, and it wasn't really the Civil War movie, So that's why I'm putting it there. Okay, so our first top 10 movie is Captain America Civil War. And next, I'm gonna put Spider-Man, no, yes, Spider-Man Homecoming. The Vulture was a great villain, all of these villains always have motivations to, oh, I hate the superhero, I want to kill him, but he just wants to live his life. He got fired, obviously, from his job at the start of the movie, but he just wants to live his life and earn money and support his family, but he has to do it by doing some bad stuff, which is obviously not good, and Spider-Man has to stop him, and he tries to steal Tony Stark's stuff. I like how they used Iron Man in this movie, just watch over Peter, but in the end, Peter Parker saved Tony. So next, man, I'm going to put Black Panther. This movie was good, great, actually. Didn't it win an award? I forget what award it won. Best visuals or something? Think so. Not sure. But I'm going to put it there. Black Panther. This movie was good. Killmonger, again, great villain. Like, you wouldn't expect him to be a great villain, but Michael B. Jordan nailed it. Just the action in this movie wasn't it. It wasn't the best. The ending was kind of disappointing. And no one really thought. Like, when Black Panther died, no one was really, sad, because they knew he was coming back. Like, everyone knew he was coming back. He didn't really fool anyone. So, I'm going to put it at 8. Number 7 is going to be the first Iron Man movie. Movie that kicked off the MCU, and they did it in a great way. The origin story, again, I said before, was amazing. Like, this origin story, or Cap's, probably the best out of every MCU movie. I loved it so much. Obadiah Stane, I really like the twist where they're like, oh, he's the one that sent the 10 rings to kill Tony. And apparently Mandarin was supposed to be the actual villain in this first movie, because 10 rings. But Jon Favreau wanted to save him for later Iron Man movies. But then he never was in an Iron Man movie. He's gonna be in Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings. But there we go, Iron Man at 7. Number 6. Oh, number 6. I'm going to have to put Thor Ragnarok at number 6. Love this movie so much. Hela was an okay villain, but it's just, I like how this movie really saved Thor in the MCU and Hulk. I like how Thor had to make his way back to Asgard, and then Asgard gets destroyed, and this movie sets up very nicely to Avengers Infinity War. But he has to find his way back to Asgard, and then the fight between Hulk and Thor, and this was one of the most funny MCU movies ever. It was amazing. I think it is the funniest. But next up, Guardians of the Galaxy is next here. I'm putting it at 5. This movie could be the funniest. It's between this and Thor Ragnarok, but that's not what it's about. Ronan the Accuser was okay, but this movie changed how people look at the Guardians of the Galaxy now. Because in the comics, no one really knew them. But James Gunn, I think, made this movie. He really changed how people view the Guardians of the Galaxy and made them so much better with this movie. It was incredible. Great action, great ending, and I love how they united the team in a great way. Next up is Avengers Infinity War at the number 4 spot. This one was great. This is more like a Thanos movie, trying to get the stones, and it really followed it so well, and the action was great. And I love how he takes out half of the Avengers and then takes out the other half. It's great. And then Thor coming in was the best scene in any movie in the MCU. I'm going to put it at number 4. Top 3. We are in the top 3. Captain America, the Winter Soldier, will be at the number 3 spot. This movie was good in action. It was a good story. And it was kind of sad when you think about it, because Captain America, he's trying to like not fight Bucky. He doesn't want to hurt Bucky. Bucky's brainwashed, and he wants to kill Captain America. Yes, he wants to kill Cap, but Cap doesn't want to hurt him, and it kind of becomes sad. And then at the end, Bucky saves Cap, which is incredible, and the twist of the Shield being Hydra, not all of Shield, but most of it being Hydra. And then the Falcon was introduced in this movie. I really liked that. And yeah, top 2. And the second best Marvel movie is going to be The Avengers. Really, this one kicked off the MCU in a great way. Joss Whedon did a great job with it. And it was a phenomenal movie. Loki, great villain, great action. And did a great job of teaming up the Avengers, getting them together. And then Phil Coulson's death was really the reason why they got together. But the one thing I didn't like about the Avengers movie, one little thing, was that Hawkeye was pretty much mostly a villain the entire movie. Didn't really like that. I wanted to see more Hawkeye. But they brought more Hawkeye in Age of Ultron. And number 1 is Endgame. I know people won't like this, but Endgame it was a great movie. Great story. It was long too. And it didn't have much action until the end. But what it did, it brought so much sadness to me and so much excitement in this one movie that I've never felt before in any of the other ones. I've never felt like such happiness and enjoyment in any of the other movies. And then the reuniting of Cap and Tony really got me happy, and this movie made me feel like no other. This was amazing. So here's my list of all 23 Marvel Cinematic movies ranked. Tell me what you think down below. And why don't you tell me your Marvel rankings down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.